and welcome to another episode of my game dev diary for this roguelike project. I left you last time. I was being a bit silly because I did have the pieces I needed right in front of me. I just didn't realise. So what we're trying to do is make the arrow movement, and so what we're going to do now is tell it according to what type of arrow it is. Well, it's a down arrow, left arrow, right arrow, up arrow. Tell it what movement it should be doing. So we need some conditionals. So we're saying if type of self is a downward arrow, then we're going to say set Y speed to positive something. It's going to be a number. I'm going to say OK. And X speed is going to be 0 because it's just going to go in one direction. So set these. So X speed 0, Y speed to, I'll call Y value, just so I can change it rather than having to go into each loop a lot quicker. Y value and X value. So X speed 0, set Y speed to, and it's down, so it's increasing, so it will be Y value, and then flow. Otherwise, if otherwise if what? Kind of wasn't thinking there. Otherwise, if you are not a down arrow, if you are a left arrow, then we want you to have an X speed of negative. So where's numbers and negate? Negate is fun to say. X speed of X value, and then we have set Y speed to 0 because you're going left, you're not going up or down. So then we copy that and we paste it, and we've got left and we've got down, so we need an up. So if you're going up, your X speed is 0 and your Y is negative your Y value. They wouldn't need X and Y values, you could just actually have just one value, but that's just me being silly and not thinking from the start. So I've got down, left, up, and by process of elimination we need a right. And if you're going right, you are going X value and Y speed 0. Oh, why? What? If you're going up, no, that was wrong. Okay, I caught that. And then we need setters of X value and Y value. So we'll just set Y value to X value, and we'll say that it's what, 8? No, we don't want to be able to get out of the way of it, so we'll say 12 because I think the player character movement is 8. So I think that's set up, and then all we need to do is basics when updating, then set the speed to our values. Set X speed to X speed, set Y speed to Y speed. Seems simple, hopefully it is. We need to attach those to all the arrow types. So set where's arrow movement, choose, close these, get some room up along the top, We need to anchor the hearts to the screen. Heart, health, heart behavior. Basics when created. Hopefully there's an anchor to screen. I think there is somewhere, isn't there? Anchor shelf to screen. Nice and easy way to do it. And we can now close you. So we've got arrow up done. We need arrow down. And we attach arrow movement to you. And we need arrow left. Behaviors, and we need arrow movement for you. And then we need arrow right. And we need arrow movement for you. So let's go in and test this. I don't know if it's going to work, but let's give it a go. So we need to create, make sure everything's attached to the rat archer. Well, he doesn't have. What enemy arrow fire? So he's meant to have that and doesn't have it. So he does have it now. So let's go into level 1, create him beside us, and see what it does. Fingers crossed he starts firing arrows up, down, left and right. Who knows? Well, he's firing arrows anyway, and they're going different directions, and they look like they're kind of coming out of the middle of them, apart from the left arrows. Oh, I got hit by a rat. Stupid rat. So we need the arrows to kill themselves once they bump into something. Why has he not fired a red arrow yet? Oh, he did. So I think we need to set the left arrow to go left a bit when it comes out. When the arrow is born, well, born's a bit stupid term. When the arrow is created, I think arrows are born. You carve them, create them, and fire them. So it was any arrow fire. That arrow cannot talk today. Enemy arrow fire. Idea. X self -1. Should be right. Ah, it's X self minus the length of an arrow, which was arrow. So they're 22 long, so it's 23, so it's minus 23. Red archer, enemy arrow fire. So it should be minus 23. I'll test this, and then hopefully this fires away. And it shouldn't get rotated because the arrow shouldn't actually hit him. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. And might take a while to fire left one. What are the chances? Yeah, there we go. So is that left arrow the same height as that is? So I'm kind of happy with that. So what we need to do now is get that if we bump into an arrow, it actually hurts us rather than just kind of doing that and pushing us into a bat. So I think we got him that it gets hurt, didn't we? So we're making good progress. That's 3 enemy types. Smashed the hearts. So no health left. That was hilarious. The quirks of programming stuff wrong. So what we're gonna do now then is give the arrows the the enemy touch damage, but what we want to do is arrows kill themselves. So we'll create a behavior saying death on collision with player. So actor behaviors. Death. Oh, click in the box, please. Death on collision with player. Out of event collision active type. So it's just kind of neater to have it, because then it means that I can tell straight away if it's attached to an actor or not. So when self hits a player, simply kill self. So we want to attach those to the arrows along with the touch hurting attack, enemy touch attack. And we say we want arrows to be, just do 1 damage. And we want arrows to death on collision with player. So that's up arrow, down arrow. That one. I wish the arrows, I wish there was a better way of making sure, I'm sure there is, that the arrows come out looking right. Because it just seems to be that once you create them you can turn them round, but it would be better to turn them round before they are actually created. I hope you kind of get what I mean, but it was just with that slash you could sometimes see that it was sometimes the slash is facing the wrong way for a split second, and it just kind of looks untidy. And obviously when you're making a game you want things to look well, and you notice things, and when you notice things like that you just don't want them to be anybody else to notice them. So you kind of just do these quirks, and it might take a bit longer, but at least you know it'll not have the same issues. Because that would annoy me seeing the arrows flash the wrong way. Mightn't notice at all, but at least this way I know that it won't be, even though it creates a bit more work. So 1, just doing a wee quick check. Those are all 1s. So hopefully now when we bump into an arrow it actually hurts us, and hopefully we can see that on the hearts. Just come on, firing over an arrow over here, little archer. Come on, ratty archer. Okay, it didn't. So does that mean that the arrows are dying before they're doing their event? They might do, you know. How do we fix that? The way to check that is to deactivate this for the arrow right and death on collision with player. Yep. Okay, so suppose an arrow would do that in real life. We get shot once and it's going to hurt for a considerable while rather than half a second. But it's not what we want. So we want it to register the damage first and then kill itself. What we could do is have a setting saying, are you meant to kill yourself on touch? And then, if that's true, kill yourself. So I'll do that. So I'll amend the enemy touch attack to include another boolean. So we'll actually remove this from all the arrows. This really is a pain having, although they're only really one thing, you have to have 4 of them. Pardon me. I'm sure that this should get it to work. Okay, so we need to go into enemy touch attack. Their behavior. And what we want to do is create an attribute, and it's not going to be hidden, it's going to be die after collision boolean. Okay, so what I want to say is if die on collision is true, then kill yourself. I'm looking for die after collision. Here we go. So then we close these, and then when we open them up again, hopefully then we have that option of setting it to true. Actor types, arrows, arrow down, behaviors, enemy touch attack, die after collision. Yep. And yep. And yep. And again, the reason why I had to do this because it was wasn't registering the attack that do the damage, because you're not quite sure in what order stencil will execute the behaviors and the events. So it was obviously executing the kill on collision first before it was executing the do the damage. So hopefully with this all tied up, then it will do the is that all of them? No. Hopefully it will do yes it is. Yep. Hopefully it will do the damage event, and then it will say okay, we set it to die after collision, and then hopefully it will. So there we go, does exactly what we wanted. So pretty happy with that. So there's 3 different types of enemy. Need to go ahead and still correct a couple of things that the hearts should move with the screen. They do, but seem to be able to hit by enemies, and we don't want arrows to be able to do that for one thing, so we might have them on die on collision with anything. So a few things to tidy up, so we'll probably do that in the next video, and then start thinking about either more enemies or actually upgrade systems or creating the actual level, or so many things left to do. But hopefully this has been useful / interesting. Thank you for listening. If you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments, and talk to you soon. See ya.